GitHub Actions, folks, is an awesome tool to learn your cloud engineering journey. You may come across it on projects or at your organization, or you may come across another automation tool that automates your workflows, folks, and put your code through a CICD pipeline to obviously shift security left and deploy that code securely to your production environments, folks. Now, I really have warmed to GitHub Actions since I've moved to the new enterprise that I'm at. But since I've been in the industry and I've worked around a few other DevOps tools, there's a bit of crossover there, folks. So there is, and YAML again, that I've mentioned in one of my previous videos, is definitely the backbone of creating your YAML files to drive the workflows, folks, as we'll see in a little second here. Now, to learn more about GitHub Actions, you can click on the Get Started here, folks, and you can go through the tutorials in here, and it'll show you how to write workflows for a multitude of different languages, folks. The one I'm mainly focused on at the minute is Terraform, because it's the backbone of the infrastructure of code for the cloud industry, folks, really. And you will get a good introduction to that, folks, through Microsoft if you're deploying things to Azure. I am a little bit biased because that's where I work, but if you work with AWS, you'll find most of the examples on the HashiCorp website, folks, for Terraform are AWS orientated. That's absolutely fine because, again, there's crossover. But getting into the DevOps side of things, folks, if you come to this page here, and you should be logged in, folks, and have your own profile and all set up so you can track your learning in Microsoft and see where you're at and be able to pick up at any time and obviously delve into things without losing too much time and keeping you on track, folks, because time is a precious thing. Now, on this page here for the DevOps, folks, you can have links off to the GitHub Actions, information, and that's an awesome resource because that'll give you your examples that you need to be able to deploy resources to Azure using GitHub Actions and Terraform, folks. So you'll come across things like this, an example of a plan and apply pipeline, folks. It's giving you the YAML file of exactly what you need to do to put that together, and there will be full descriptions, folks, from the page here about how to set up the pipelines and be able to put the variables for your environments and set up federated credentials from your GitHub repository to the Azure app registration that I've shown you before as well in one of my previous videos. And once you be able to, folks, navigate around them areas, you're already flying, because the more people I work with, the better I understand what they're talking about, then the easier it is to work with them. Even though I might not know what the end solution is going to be, if I'm able to talk to them on a conversational level, folks, I've said this way in the past as well, that's half the battle is communication. In fact, 2/3 of the battle is communication. If you're able to talk about the things on a conversational level, that will shift the needle forward, honestly. But like I said, get into Microsoft Learn. It's one of the places I'm in quite a bit there if I need to learn something on the fly. You can come in here, look at your profile. It's a little bit gamified as well. It keeps you motivated. You go up different levels there. I probably haven't used it recently as much as I should be because I get a lot of learning resources through work. But if I need to come back here, folks, it's updated all the time. So it's a good, source of truth, should we call it that, to get the answers that you need and get moving quickly. But the focus of this video, folks, GitHub Actions. As a cloud engineer, you may not work as, a DevOps engineer, but you will touch DevOps, folks. You'll wear many hats as a cloud engineer, so it's a good little thing. And if you wanted to delve into it further, it'll give you that exposure. And if you don't like it, you can put it to bed and then move on, folks, which is a good thing as well. You don't want to waste any time. But as always, any questions, folks, drop them in there. I leave the links for one of these here, the Microsoft Learn, so you can obviously branch off into them other areas from here. And I wish you all the best. Take care and good luck.